But Saral, let me begin with you. Whether it's, Congress promises or guarantees in the past, or now this promise by the Mahagathbandhan of one state government job per family. I mean, even the public on ground in Bihar is not going to buy it, right? Because it's just not feasible at all.
Ivani, I find it quite fascinating that, in TV studios and on TV channels, we only start discussing about the arithmetics of any promise only when the opposition has made those promise. I don't remember seeing or watching any such shows when in 2014 Prime Minister Modi promised 2 crore jobs every year, and then how many jobs have been created in last 11 years?
But
Have
outlay
those
wasn't a
22
problem there.
jobs?
The government had the money. The outlay wasn't a problem. The government has a
The,
capital
the will
expenditure outlay of
the
1 lakh
outlay
crore
was not the
rupees.
problem. I'm glad that you reminded me that outlay was not the problem. It is the will of the prime minister that is the problem. That is why the youth of the country are jobless.
So I'm not discussing the
Because
success of these schemes.
then 5 years.
Saral, I'm not discussing the success of these schemes.
Later,
We are discussing the promise that has been
4 years
made.
later, Prime Minister Modi very proudly came on the TV channels and said that the youth can fry pakoras. That is also considered a job. It is crystal clear that while Tejasvi was the deputy chief minister for 17 months, and while we formed that government on the back of the promise that we'll create 10 lakh jobs, the same people, the same studios, the same TV channels were asking us how we'll create 10 lakh jobs. But in the 17 months, he proved it by delivering on his promise of delivering 5 lakh jobs. So I'm sure we have a blueprint in place, and the people of Bihar will have a trust in us, and we'll deliver on those promises.
Okay.
Like you said about Modi ji's promise that outlay was not the issue. It was the will of the prime minister that was an issue. Here, outlay may be an issue, but the will of the government and will of the RJD and Congress is not the issue. We will work for the betterment of the Bihar, and we'll ensure that Biharis don't have to go out and work in the other states as laborers, and we'll create jobs for them at their home.
Okay.